Yeah, well, yeah, because you're going to be on vacation next week.
I'm going to be on vacation in 3 hours.
You are. Yes, you are.
I'm going to be like Eric Bowler leaving. There's just going to be a spinning chair.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm very excited because I am going to do something I have not done in a year.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy it. This is the last time you're going to see this mop of hair on top of my head.
Oh, goodness.
I just want to warn you that there's only one good angle for my hair right now. It's
no, turn to the left.
Well, over here, you kind of have like some stuff going on here.
All right.
And over here, you have some stuff going on here, but I pushed it all back. So it's kind of, this thing is being held together by leave-in conditioner, sea salt spray, and a little bit of putty.
Sea salt spray?
Yeah.
What is sea salt spray?
Well, when
okay, I'm going to give you crap for this. Sea salt spray?
It is. It's a thing that it's usually. You can make it at home, but basically it's a combination of a little bit of gel, coconut oil, water, and sea salt.
Why?
And it just gives your hair a bit of a loose hold, so that it doesn't go
with salt. It makes it crunchy.
Yeah. No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. It's you know what it is.
It sounds kind of foo-foo, Travis. It sounds kind of foo-foo.
Oh no! It's like what all surfers use because it's like they're used to having the salt water in their hair.
Okay, all right.
So
sea salt spray.
This is surfer hair.
Because you surf?
No.
Okay.
But I've got sea salt in it, so it's like a surfer's hair.
So does it smell like kelp?
No, it smells lovely.
Because the ocean sometimes doesn't smell the best.
Well, they didn't go out and dip a bottle of water in the Pacific Ocean.
Well. A sea salt spray.
Good
Wow.
Lord.
Well, no,
and for the record, the leave-in conditioner smells like cedar and bourbon.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's.
Do you make your own sea salt spray? Do you buy this somewhere?
But you get it on Amazon.
Really? I've never heard of it.
I can even say the brand that I get. It's a lovely smell. But they're not advertising, so I'm not going to say their name.
Oh, okay. Maybe this is something I should look into for Banded Masculine.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what? No, you could because you can. I looked it up the first time I got some, and then I saw an article that said make your own, and it literally was just a little bit of coconut oil, essential oils, water, and salt.
Okay.
And if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of like a hair gel, like an unscented hair gel in there as well, just to give it a little bit of hold.
Okay.
And it comes in a pump bottle. You spritz your hair with it, and you run your fingers through it, and it just kind of gives it just a little extra body and hold.
I've never heard of sea salt spray.
But no, you could totally make these because it's the essential oil is basically what gives it its scent.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Not the kelp in the ocean.
Well, I mean, when I think of smelling like the ocean, it's not necessarily the best smell in the world.
You can make it sound. You can make it smell like Hawaiian Tropic.
Okay, like coconut oil.
Yeah,
that's what that Hawaiian Tropic smells like. Pina coladas. That's what that smells like. Yes.
Okay, sorry. Just because I just said that Hawaiian Tropic. Do you remember? I don't know if this was a thing when you were a kid. We had a neighbor who swore by for. This is back when people put on oil to go out in the sun.
Right.
To get
no oil with no SPF at all. Yeah.
Right. He would mix, and I never did this, so don't judge. But I grew up in Fresno.
Yeah.
I grew up in Fresno, so this was a thing. Motor oil and baby oil.
Okay, that's gross.
I was like, that is disgusting. Even as a kid, I was like, that's disgusting. I don't want that kind of lube job.
You can't really wash off motor oil, can you?
I didn't do it, so I don't know. I mean, our neighbor had a lovely golden tan.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, probably from the motor oil staining his skin.
Probably, quite possibly. It was a thing in Fresno what can I say?
Oh, well, that's Fresno. I mean,
Yeah,
the San Joaquin Valley.
And yes, in general.
Yes.
But you have some big news too. So yesterday you went into CVS and you did what Margaret Cho does. You yelled,
"Stick it in!"
Yes.
Right.
I got my first vaccine yesterday. It was Pfizer. I felt fine yesterday. I slept well last night, and I have a little bit of a neck stiffness, soreness thing, but that feels familiar from when I had COVID in December. I had the same thing. So that kind of tells me it's working. And so I'm going for my second one on the 15th.
Mine's on the 12th, I think is when my second one is.
Okay.
But speaking of the 15th, that's the day that things are just going to get crazy here in California.
Why? Oh, yeah, because everybody's going to be everybody 16 and over is going to be eligible on the 15th of
yeah,
April.
they announced yesterday.
Yep.
Gavin Newsom announced yesterday that starting on April 1st, everyone age 50 and over,
so that would have been
in California,
right,
are eligible for vaccines. So that means that Stephanie can finally go get hers.
Yep.
And I believe she was looking at the 15th as the date because, I'm sorry, not the 15th, the 1st as a date because she wanted to wait 90 days out from when she had COVID.
Right.
And I'm still confused over the recommendations on that because
there are all kinds of recommendations, which is why I've never really paid attention to those recommendations because everybody says something different. And so I just said as soon as I can get one, I'm going to get one, and that's what I did.
Yeah, the stuff that I had read specifically said that it was the 90 days was if you received like the monoclonal antibodies or the blood plasma infusions that were being used. But I don't think Donald Trump waited 90 days after those to get his shot.
No, well,
in secret at the White House.
Well, he was in the hospital with COVID in October. So if he got it in January, then yes, that was 90 days, wasn't it?
That would have, it probably would have been about 90 days. For some reason in my head, I was thinking he got it in December, but
no, that was us.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, I mean he got his shot in November.
No, he got it in January.
It was in January. Yeah. Okay, so he did probably wait the 90 days out.
Yeah.
But no, the process, like you said, we were talking about this before the show. For my mom, it was so smooth. I think Dylan said he had a little bit of a wait. You had a little bit of a wait.
Yeah, there were like 5 or 6 people in front of me, but everybody was, well behaved, and everybody was cheerful. Everybody, it was well run. It was smooth. It was really well run. Yeah. Yeah.
In our at the one in Fresno that we went to, they had like basically like 4 vaccinators set up. And they had little screens in between, so you kind of had a little bit of privacy.
There were only 2 at my CVS. Only 2.
They had
vaccination stations.
They had 4 stations, and then on ours, Stephanie heard this last week, but they made us go sit in the aisle that had tampons, adult underwear for people who are incontinent, and then the condoms and lube. And I don't know why, but apparently in Fresno, the condoms and lube
are in a glass case.
They're in a glass case and someone has to come help you. Which, first of all, that's not cool.
Well, when you have to call someone over,
that's not cool because that's some personal shopping right there. I don't know if I necessarily want to deal with customer service when I'm selecting those things.
What that tells me is that they're frequently stolen at that particular store.
Again, it's a CVS in Fresno.
Well, yeah. I sat near the children's toys, so I got to see a Dora the Explorer book right in front of me while I sat there.
Much more acceptable. The person I felt really bad for was the woman who obviously felt the need that she needed to get some personal lubricant out of that cabinet. Yeah. And she had to actually stand there while we were sitting there waiting for our shots to, the 15 minutes afterwards. Yep. She was standing there buzzing the button to get customer service to come help her while we were sitting there like, I wanted to say to her, honey, trust me, go with the silicone. Yeah. Trust me.
Did you have someone there like saying, when your time was up that you could leave?
No. I think you said that they had timers.
Yeah, we had a woman that like set a 15-minute timer and set it on the shelf behind us.
You're like a little hall monitor.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Ours, there was a clock at the end of the aisle, a digital clock, so that they said when you sit down, check the time on the clock, wait 15 minutes. Because with mine, it wasn't such a big deal with my mom's, but with mine, because I was at the end of the day when they were trying to finish things up and wrap things up, because they were calling in the people to get the shots that were left over for the day. The guy who seemed to be kind of in charge of running the vaccination, he kept coming over and saying, like, how long has it been? How long has it been? You could tell he wanted me to get out of there.
Yeah.
But there were other people behind me, so it wasn't like I was the last person holding up the train.
Like you were at a table at closing time in a restaurant, and the server just wants to go.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it felt like. And I have worked in restaurants and I've worked in bars, so I know 100% what that feels like.
Yes.
But no, it's good news for California, and I think some other states said that they were going to start doing that in mid-April, that they're going to open it up to.
Yeah, a lot of states are moving. A lot of states are moving towards that. I know that Arizona yesterday lifted all of their mask mandates and all of their capacity limitations.
See, that still worries me.
Yeah,
I know I'm overly cautious about some of these things, but we still have variants out there, and one thing that I'm concerned about, I didn't even mention this to you before the show. Mama Bone works at the post office.
Right.
She so one of her coworkers on Tuesday said she wasn't feeling well. On Wednesday, she started having COVID symptoms.
Oh boy. Okay.
And on Thursday, she went to the doctor, and she has asthma.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And so the doctor sent her home, but they gave her the dose of the steroids that they've been using to help treat COVID. I'm assuming that since they sent her home and she is younger, that hopefully she's in good shape. But now my mom and her coworkers are all getting COVID tests.
Oh boy!
Today.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope.
And this is not. And again, this is one of these things. I have a huge bugaboo about this, because these are postal worker employees that are not being prioritized for vaccines, and I think that they fall into this weird thing. Well, first of all, they've got Louis DeJoy, who is the worst. Yeah, and he's doing everything he can to ruin the post office by raising rates, slowing down deliveries, and whatnot. But postal workers, I think, fall into this weird category of they are federal employees that the federal government is not taking care of to get them vaccinated. Yeah. The state is not prioritizing them because they're not state employees like the states are doing with teachers and the frontline workers.
Well, states can't do anything because they're federal employees. They don't have any jurisdiction over them.
So I don't know why this hasn't been taken care of at the federal level, because those are frontline workers. Yeah, they are essential workers,
especially since your mom works in a retail postal environment. She's seeing people all day long.
Yeah, and it's a small shop. Yeah, so she's got customers coming in and out of there. They've got carriers coming through there, taking mail and going out. And so but no, but I mean, so I had to actually go on to the Kaiser website to get a COVID test this morning. And again, tomorrow she'll be 2 weeks out from her second dose. So as of tomorrow, she'd be considered fully vaccinated. She's got doses running through her system already. So we feel pretty confident that she's going to be fine. They were both wearing masks when they were together at work, but it's frustrating that something like that is happening in a post office when these people they have to be there working. I don't know why they haven't been given the vaccine shots yet, especially with the surplus that we're starting to see build up in some of these places.
They're federal employees that deal with the public all day long. They should be.
Yes, 100%. Is it that time?
It is that time, but after the break, I want to make sure that we talk about Georgia, because there's some shenanigans going on in Georgia. We have people on the line who want to talk about Georgia, and so that is our big story of the morning. Me getting vaccinated is like, that's nothing. Yeah.
But it's that first moment where you just get to have fun and talk.
I guess, yeah.
And then we go into the heart of darkness.
Yes, exactly. All right. It is 20 minutes after the hour.